Guys, back with Myke LS. So I'm gonna get straight into the video. So we got Renzel, so we back on that repair note. So I wanted to do first was the O2 sensors, as y'all can see. Here got a little mess here, but so I got like the upstream and the downstream. So basically one of them was removed already, which was this one here. Not too bad. Let me see if I can fix this light, people. This one here was not too bad. It was it was replaced already, because you can see it wasn't really beat up. So this is basically the new one. If I have the correct thing, I look at the plug. So this is basically the new one here, right? So this one here is basically the downstream, the one in the back over there. This one here is the hard problem. So this is my culprit right here, which I'm going to show y'all. We have to go underneath the truck real quick. So I caught my ass with this, people. So as y'all can see right here, right? This one right here looked like it was never changed, right? Because as I said, this shit right here is seized in there. So I tried to use a pipe wrench, right? Then I actually went and I bought a oxygen sensor socket, which that shit ain't do shit either. So I'm gonna either have to put some heat on that shit, but it's just the angle from underneath the car is crazy hard. Like, so it's hard as hell to do it from like this angle versus then it being up in the air. You know, you got a little bit more leverage for pipes and all that shit. I got a pipe right here, still couldn't break it. So this shit right here just ain't cut it. So hopefully I'll bring that shit back, cause that shit is just like 20 bucks and that shit was a waste. So the top one, as I said, was pretty much easy. I know I can't really see the ink for that, but this right here is this shit right here, because this car had to been I know it came from down south, but it had to been about like some water or something, because a lot of the fucking parts and shit and a lot of underneath the cars basically got a lot of rust and shit. So that one right there is my problem, but I'm not gonna let that stop my flow right now. So I'm just gonna work with what I got and what will come out. So I'm just gonna actually just change this one, and then I gotta basically figure out how to get to the other one, which is this one right here. So y'all already see I have the GM parts, you know what I mean, OEM, as I always do. So this right here is supposed to already come with basically anti-seize, but I'm gonna put some more. Whatever, this don't got shit on it. This is just blah. It maybe did have anti-seize, because I said this looked kind of fairly like it was changed already. Just the difference. Let me see the difference. Look like in terms of length, this one looked a little bit more longer for some reason. I don't know if this is OEM or maybe not OEM, but I don't know where the hell that came from. But yeah, I'm just gonna put a little bit more anti-seize on this, and I gotta figure out basically how to get the other joint out. Maybe gotta go somewhere and let them cause I don't got a torch or nothing like that anyway, and I'm not gonna really do that too much in this garage. So I actually gotta work on getting that one out, but at least I got one done. So as I said, I be always saying, boy, sometimes stuff look easy, but then it's like it becomes, you know, becomes real different when you start getting into it. So as I said, the first one, which was this one, it was easy to come out. I was like, yes, thought I had something going. But then when I got to the other one, yo, that's when the bullshit actually started going up and down, getting different parts, sweating. Garage is already done getting hot. So it was like, Now I'm sweating, I'm starting to run back and forth, basically trying to figure out, like, I thought the pipe wrench was definitely gonna do it, because pipe wrench be hitting like everything, like the tough spots and all that. But this time, it ain't do shit for me. So alright, so I just put some extra anti-seize, even though it came with some anti-seize, you know what I mean? With that, and I'm gonna go back underneath people, and I'm gonna get this stuff put back in, and then I don't know. As I said, I'm just gonna have to figure out the other one on how to get that out. But definitely y'all stay tuned with me. You know what I mean? Let me get this on, and let me then we go talk about it, and then we go figure out the other O2 sensor. Alright, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I got that put in real quick, swapped out. Just want to show y'all this is the old one, which was burning good. I had a cold, so it gotta be the other one that was showing y'all, the one that's stuck. So yeah, just wanted to give y'all a quick video. Let me try to, continue the process of swapping out parts on the Escalade, and this is basically a little bit of information, which, if it helps, in terms of if anybody got a 2K13 Escalade, or I think from maybe 2K7 to 2K14. So this was in pretty bad coverage. So as I said, I will continue the video to another video when I get the other one out. Now on to the next one. I may do the alternator next, so stay tuned to that video. We may be hitting this next and just work our way through. We got the water pump, we got the AC compressor, we got the oil cooler line. We got a lot of things to do. Hopefully it be pretty smooth, and hopefully I don't run into too much trouble. So alright, like, comment, subscribe to the video. Like for who? Yeah, I already know, Myke LS. YouTube back with Myke LS. So I want to get straight into this video. So I'm here with Renzel. If y'all looked at my previous videos, now the work begins. The garage is super hot. I'm sweating, but I gotta get this work done. So first thing first, we gonna hit a triple-double combo right now. This is what I'm actually gonna do. So stay with me and listen carefully. So I got the alternator. Gonna be swapping that out, right? Water pump, right? Swapping that out, and the AC compressor. So I'm hitting all of this stuff one wire, because basically we going kind of like here, here, and here. Makes sense. It makes sense for me to pull out the water pump so I could get more easy access to see what's going on with the AC compressor, rather than I just do this, come back another day, do this, come back another day, and do that. Got all three parts, so triple double. So rather than me make this 3 separate videos, I'm gonna give y'all all one video. But I'm not gonna bore y'all this time with putting y'all on a time lapse, taking this out, taking that out. So basically how I'm gonna really do this today is I'm gonna take everything out, right? If I run into a struggle or problem, I'm gonna jump back and I'm gonna record it. Then when I have everything out, I wanna show y'all everything I have, my old parts versus my new parts. And then maybe I'll give you a little video of the install back and what's going on with it, and we go talk about it, know what I mean? Maybe first in the world, know what I mean? I know everybody be breaking down their videos. All right, I'm on for content. Basically, I'm gonna show y'all how to change the alternator. I'm not really showing y'all how to do nothing. I'm just showing y'all what I'm doing, point blank, know what I mean? Because everybody has that, know what I mean? How to do this, how to do that. I'm really just showing you the whole legacy of Renzel, basically how we bringing it back. As you see how them dirty valve covers is, that's coming out. Gonna get them gaskets swapped out. So basically, that kind of like how we doing today. So if everything goes successful, 1, 2, and 3, right? Gotta get some Freon, get that charge back up. And y'all see that line right here, That line is like, shit is leaking. I don't know where it's leaking from, but I got a new line. We go take care of that. And then I have a power steering cooler that's in here, which we go take care of that. And then what else I got to do? Then I got to do the sway bar linkage and the bushing. I don't know if I'm doing the bushing because I looked at the screw Oh my God. All that rust on that screw, I don't know if I'm even gonna risk even touching it, because you know that's gonna be a problem. So as I said, man, a couple of days ago, pre-game, I sprayed everything up. So I actually just sprayed the AC compressor. And all right, man, I'm gonna get into it. So I'm gonna start it off maybe halfway through, throw back on the camera, and just keep y'all updated on the progress I got. But I'm not really, as I said, gonna really go into too much detail on how to do it, because it's real simple with this one right here. 2 bolts, boom, boom. Take the connector out, power, pry bar, bam, out. You know what I mean? But as I said, I'm taking everything out first, and then I'm gonna put everything back in. So it's just taking this out. Basically, when I take this out, I'm gonna record. When I take that out, I'm gonna record. And then when I get to that, I'm gonna record. And then y'all see everything out. We gonna talk about it, compare the parts, and try to get everything back in. All right. See y'all in a minute. All right, guys. So pretty much alternator. Unplug this from the harness. This is the harness wire, power wire that runs from here to the battery. 2 bolts. So I use a pry bar. Take the pry bar from this side, that side. So basically, this is good to come out. And basically, this is the alternator. As y'all can see, DR44 was the original one. The one I got from GM is the same thing. Alternator was doing what it was doing. Can't tell you the last time it was swapped out, but this is just part of the process of what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this. I don't know if I'm gonna refurbish it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But it still was doing what it was doing. Don't know what the lifespan of it, but basically that part is out. And that's how I can show y'all. Wow, look at all that dirt. And as I said, you know what I mean, we gonna get this truck cleaned up, get some more light, and look at all of that. Like, it's crazy. But as I said, this is part of my my process. I'm actually gotta do this. This is on my list, the power steering pump. So on my list to do, one of the things to do, swap out. And now it's from this, the water pump. So first thing first, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this clamps out, and I'm gonna set up a bucket. Like, the only thing I hate about doing this is like the mess. So I'm gonna try to finesse it somehow, but I don't make too much of a mess. First thing first, I actually realized what I needed to do was, I was looking at a video on this pressure cap. Release that little bit of pressure, which y'all heard it go psh, right? So when I actually take these clamps out, that, you know, it's gonna come out, but it's not gonna spew out like crazy with the pressure. So all right, let me get to it, people. I'll be right back when I get to that part of basically removing the water pump. And also, as y'all see, I took the belt out. So the thing with the AC belt, I don't have a socket to rotate this crank shaft, but I could cut it for now. So I'll figure that out. All right, be right back. All right, guys. So I'm prepped for surgery here. So basically, y'all see me kind of put some bags here because I don't want too much antifreeze getting on the ground, because I gotta take this hose off. These 1, 2, 3. So it's gonna be a total of 4 hoses. Plus, when I pull out the water pump, I really don't need all that excess antifreeze and basically killing me on the ground. So I kind of did this, kind of lined it up a little bit so it could help me out a little bit. So I know it look like I'm about to perform surgery. So yeah. All right, so I'm about to basically take these clamps off, pull these hoses out, and get going. So I'll be right back. Guys, like I promised, I gave y'all a triple double, right? So as y'all can see right here was basically the alternator, in the middle the water pump, in the bottom was the AC compressor. So as y'all can see right here, OEM DR44 alternator, AC compressor. One thing I have to say about the AC compressor, this shit was hard as hell to come out. This shit wasn't easy, people. This shit wasn't easy at all. I'm not gonna lie, let me see if I can show y'all. This bolt right here in the bottom, this one right here, there's no room. Let me see, was it that one? Yeah, this one. There's no room down there to actually take it out. It's a little bit of space, but I didn't have the correct tool because you need a 15 wrench to take it out, but you need a ratchet wrench and maybe with a flex head, because it's like you gotta keep on turning. So what I had to do was I was like this. That's the word of God, kid. It's like I had to, like, one little turn, go back around. I had to turn it this way, right? Go back around, turn it this way, right? And then look, I had to flip it this way. And I was doing that for maybe like a good 45 minutes, people. So I finally got it out. As y'all can see, it took a while. But now, when I do the install, I'm basically going to buy a ratchet, 15 ratchet flex head, so it can flex. This is the water pump. I don't know if anything, you can't tell basically because this thing is like all sealed and all that, but yeah, this is the water pump. Let me see if I can flip it around again for y'all. Flip it around one more time. Just some stuff. Get it together, my guy. Alright. So this is like it's OEM. Also, I actually yeah, I looked at my previous video. I had changed the thermostat, and what happened was this right here, this thing seized in there and it broke, so I had to screw it out, replace it with this one, put back a new thermostat. But the issue I've been having with this was one of the issues was when it's running, it reached normal temperature, the fan will stay on. So hopefully after I change this water pump, hopefully that issue will go away. And look at this right here. Not sure. I should actually attack this shit now. You dig what I'm saying? Since I got everything out, I have clearance. I should actually really attack the valve covers now. I may actually do that before reinstalling back everything. But this is right here, the new water pump, right? So let's look at that number we have here. We got 126373771, 126373771. So basically it's the same thing. The alternator I got in the truck. Basically this come with a new housing with the thermostat already inside. Excuse me, people. So I'm gonna actually take out this thermostat out of here since it was basically new, and I'm gonna keep that. And as I said, triple double this. Excuse me. This AC compressor had kind of stopped working on me. It looks old, looks fucking oily and shitty. But yeah, it started failing on me. So I don't know what the hell is going on with it, but we got a new one. So alright, so when I get back, we're gonna do our parts comparison. Let me clean up here a little bit. I gotta actually go to the parts store and get a wrench. And we gonna get back into it when we trying to determine if I should attack this now. Excuse me, sorry. If I should attack this now or should I attack it later. But if you see what it look like, I don't know. I may have to attack it now. I don't know, because this thing looks crazy, people. Super a lot of dirt. Like, it's like, should I spray it down now, or I don't know. I'll have to now. I won't spray it down now. I'll do a quick wipe, and then I will have to do like a real good motor wash, because if I do that now, I'm in the garage and it's already messy and I got a lot of stuff to do. So I don't know. I'll see how that goes. All right, so I'll get back to y'all. All right, guys, back at it. So now this is the old compressor, right? I was taken out. This is the new one. So basically, I can see this is basically OEM HF134A. This is the old HF134A. Well, so basically everything is the same. So basically it came with instructions. So basically it says drain and measure as much of the oil as possible from the failed compressor, right? Number 2, it says record the amount of oil from the failed compressor, right? Number 3, it says drain the oil from the new replacement compressor into a clean container, right? Add back the same quantity of peg oil as drained from the failed compressor, right? Rotate the clutch in order to remove as much of oil from compressor as possible. So I'm gonna show you what I did so far. So right here, as y'all can see, this is the failed compressor. This is the new compressor. But what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna go back into the old one and rotate it, which I didn't do that. And also do the same thing to get as much out as I can. But I don't see why they told me to take out from here, because I don't know what oil. This is the new compressor, I don't see. But I guess they wanted me to measure in terms of, you know, maybe I could go back and use it. But I basically have new oil, so we see how that works. So this is the old one. So what I'm gonna actually do, I'm gonna just, you know, hit it again and see how that works. Let me see if I can put this on the stand so y'all can see me do this, because I don't have a cameraman today. I got Nas Motion on deck. Alright guys, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some light. I'm gonna go back in again. Alright. The old one. Damn bolt came out. This is my 2 bolts. This one is. I think these bolts is the same size. Yeah. So now I'm gonna go back down, put it in, and rotate it, and see what else comes out, which I think I damn near got everything. Like it's working. So basically I got as much as possible out, as y'all can see. I don't think anything else is coming out from here. Point blank. Finito, done. These is the bolts for the bottom. So that's done. Basically, I think I got everything out. So I am going to basically dump that oil out I have there and refill the new compressor with the same amount. Alright, so I'll get back with y'all in a minute. Let me get myself kind of together because it's getting a little bit crazy, as y'all can see. You know what I mean? So I want to get the compressor on and show y'all that's basically going to be done, and we can move on to the next one. Alright, be right back. Alright guys, real quick, got the AC compressor back on. Got the belt on. Got the AC compressor, all the bolts is back on. The lines is back on, so that part is done. Now next is Mr. Water Pump. The belt, I nipped it a little bit right here, trying to get it on. But hopefully that shouldn't be an issue. I gotta get a new belt. yeah, so that was a little bit kind of tedious. You know, I had to go online to see how to do that, but got that on. So one part is done. There's an AC compressor now, just to knock out the other two. And all right, stay tuned. Be working. All right, guys. So I got the water pump back installed, and I have it torqued. You gotta do 2 torque sequence with this water pump. You gotta do 11 pound-feet, and then you gotta do 22. So I got that back into alignment. I'm about to connect back these hoses, and then get the alternator on. And yeah, I'm gonna show y'all what we got going on. We're gonna talk about it. All right, see y'all in a minute. All right, guys, so basically, if you hopefully y'all follow the Renzel 2013 Cadillac Escalade on E85 videos, I just did a whole bunch of work to it, so I just want to go over some of the parts that I changed that I have remaining, which I got to get rid of. So basically, I did, this is the cooling temperature sensor, but you see I got 2 because I basically did it for this LS mode I have right here, the LQ9, as I got marked right here. So this is the Escalade motor, and this is for, this one right here is basically for Renzel. So I just want to show y'all what it look like. Coming to light a little bit more. So this was here, I don't know if this was ever changed. I don't know if this is OEM, but this is what it looked like. And this one here, I changed this one. This is an aftermarket. I know I did change this, but I went OEM, which is like the same goddamn thing, though. A little bit, right? It looked like the same thing, but you know, this one looked like it was beat up a little bit more. I don't know if it's really making a difference to the cause, but you know, hey, whatever. So that is one of the parts that was changed in 2025 for the season of the Renzel for the tow, right? Just wanted to basically go over some of these things I changed. I also changed the oil dipstick. So I don't think this ever was changed because people usually don't change that, but y'all can see basically the brownness of the work. So see, it was actually very stained and discolored. So I was able to find the OEM oil dipstick, which I swapped out. Different, right, people? I know. Now we're gonna go to the O2 sensors. So basically the Escalade has 4 O2 sensors, which, you know, I kind of found that out a little bit late when I was changing it. So I only bought 2. So I believe they're kind of, you know, each side is the same thing. So this one was here, was in the bottom on the driver's side. So it looked like it was burning pretty decent. This one, no, this was not on the, I'm lying. This was on more on the top string because one of them was very hard to get out. So it looked white. I guess it was doing what it was doing. Can't tell, you know, I didn't really get no check engine light or nothing, but it did what it did. It looked like it's original GM for some reason. Don't know if it ever was swapped, but maybe it was. So let's get that. So I can see all GM parts, as I told y'all. So I'm gonna have to reorder 2 more for the other side. Right. And I think this one here was the hard one. Yeah, this one, you see how this one here, this one looked like it never was changed because this one here, we had to actually put a torch on it, had to put some heat on it, and you see how it was kind of beat up. This was very hard. And the other one on the passenger side is the same shit, very hard. Put some heat on it, try to just like crack it up, loosen it. It got no signs of what you call that grease, anti-seize. Very, very, like it was never changed. But one side got changed, so we got one thing done. Let y'all know about that. Toss that to the side. And I decided to change my relays, my fan relays, right? Just because I was just having some little issues, and you know, I just basically change the coolant fan relays. So as y'all can see, this is 8864. And I got basically the original GM fan relays. So I think two of them was actually the same thing. 8864. I think it was two 8864 as I'm showing you right here. Not saying they was bad, but they got swapped out anyway. This one here is the AC. This is the AC relay I changed also. This one here, I had to get this one somewhere on a site. I couldn't get in the GM site. So this one here is 8430. But I think these 8430s is multi-purpose relays for different stuff. Not sure if I'm gonna keep these relays or I should trash them. What you think? I don't know. One of them is another. Oh, this right here is the oil cap I had for the box Chevy, which I showed y'all. I didn't show y'all, but this, I don't know where the hell I got this from. I think I got this from Jegs or something. So I swapped out the oil cap for the LQ9. So I want original GM because I think I got this from Jegs when I swapped the motor out. So, which I don't think I'm keeping this. I think I'm dumping all of this stuff even. One more relay, fan relays, I think like 3 fan relays, 8865. As you can see, original GM. So I did that. As I know, people usually don't do that, but I did that. So now we're gonna get into the heavy parts, people, and we're gonna start off with the alternator. Right, so this is DR44. This is original OEM alternator. It was doing what it was doing. Can't say if it was swapped out or not. I didn't really notice nothing failing, but it just needed to change for the stuff that I'm doing, so it had to get swapped out. So I did that, and here is basically the alternator. I think this alternator was, not alternator, AC compressor was bad. If y'all see it, it looked like shit. It looked like it never was changed. It looked like it did a hell of a lot of work. And actually it did fail on me. It wasn't working properly. It kept on going off. It kept on failing on me. I wasn't getting consistent, functionality from it. So basically I swapped it out with the same Denso OEM AC compressor. So I don't know what the hell, it stopped, the clutch stopped working. It had oil in it when I drained it. Just don't know what the hell went wrong with it, and not trying to figure that shit out. And we're gonna jump to this. This right here, if you can see right here where the oil is right here, this is the power steering cooler, right? Something that people are not familiar with. I wasn't even familiar that this thing had a power steering cooler, which it did. So notice, basically, it had like some oil leaking somewhere, and basically, this right here stayed wet. So it was failing some way, somehow. So you can actually see the corrosion. I'm sorry, people. I actually could see the corrosion in the back. You know what I mean? So something was going on here. So, hey, got an OEM, swap that out. And the main culprit right here, which I don't know if this ever was changed, was Mr. Water Pump. Mr. Water Pump, now, I changed the thermostat, right? And if y'all looked at my thermostat video, this is the OEM bolt. When I took it out, this shit seized, and I had to basically drill this shit, and y'all could kind of see what I had to do here. MacGyver this shit and whatever. So basically, let's take a look in here. Not sure. I think this shit was kind of failing too. Like this shit here was just, I think more like in here you could see what's going on, but I don't think this shit just needed to change, because I changed the radiator, I did everything else, but I just didn't hit the water pump. So now If y'all look at the back end videos where Renzel broke down, overheated, did a whole bunch of shit, you know what I mean? I decided, like, you know what? I gotta change this joint. And we changed it. So basically, in the oil line, I can't show y'all the oil line because I actually had to take it to the shop and get that done. But we got the oil cooler line replaced because it was actually rotten and it was leaking from a lot of rust and corrosion, whatever that ever happened to it. And yeah, so that concludes the parts I swapped out. I did a one-shot deal. I did it in this hot garage before it got super hot, and I'm proud of myself. You know, I'm very proud of myself. I worked hard on this, and the only thing I couldn't complete was the oil cooler line because it was just too hard. The garage was too hot, and I couldn't do it. So I had to actually pay and get it done, and they did a decent job. You know what I mean? Can't complain. I got it done. Something I didn't have to do, and just had to spend a couple of dollars. That's how it works sometimes, people. So yeah, just wanted to show y'all all of this fiasco I got going on here, and yeah, I mean, this is what it is, man. Renzel, man. I wish I had a pen. Do you have a pen? This is Renzel. This came out from Renzel. This is Renzel organs. I took it out his body. I gave him a transplant. You know what I'm saying? I feel good about it. You know what I mean? Because Renzel's for what? The toe. That's why we didn't make Rick Ross, people. I keep on saying that's why we didn't make Rick Ross, because I still had these internal parts to swap out. What's next for Renzel? I still have to do a few more parts. Starter, power steering pump, maybe a few pulleys, a few things, whatever, knickknacks, whatever. But I'm not doing that this year. That's going to be maybe later on. You know what I mean? I am done. This garage is like 100 degrees, and I'm not doing that. So just wanted to share with y'all little things, how my mind thinks in terms of rebuilding, you know what I mean, this great, fantastic truck I'm going to use for hauling. It's just a little thing sometimes, like I said, like the dipstick. Like, come on, like, you know what I mean? Just a first dipstick. I may have to do the training one. There's little things like that. I should have actually, when I did the water pump, I should have got new bolts, because these things is available for me to get. So just new bolts. I maybe actually go back and get new alternator bolts, because these bolts is deep. But basically what I did with the bolts anyway, I did the proper thing. I basically wire brushed the bolts, and I put anti-seize on everything. So if it do gotta come out again, it will come out properly and easy. But I should have went and got new bolts for a lot of these things, which I will do that when I do the other existing parts anyway. So yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to basically share this moment with y'all that yeah, we got all this done. Even doing the fan relays and all of that's big, man. People usually don't do that unless something go wrong. But I just said, then what? Man, we doing everything. Let me just hit it out now before something go wrong. And I make sure I got the OEM. All right. If y'all know me, I get OEM stuff. You know what I mean? So sorry about the lighting, you know what I mean? Because I have, the way I have this set up, I have the mic, the clarity mic, and I have something set up different on the GoPro. This is the first time we're using this. Hopefully the clarity is great, as I said. And y'all already know we got my boy here, the orange box Chevy Caprice, you know what I mean? Just need the detailing. And we got, you already know, Gretzky. Yo, this Dodge Charger got like mad different names. Like, I got different, I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. So if y'all know Dodge got different modes. You got auto mode, which is like eco mode. You got sport mode. You got custom mode and track mode, right? So my custom mode basically is Jerry Rice, because when I put it in that custom mode, I'm in track transmission, and it moves like, you know what I mean? It moves like a running back, Jerry Rice. When I'm in sport mode, that's when you wanna Wayne Gretzky, if y'all know Gretzky, that's Gretzky mode right there. And then what else mode we got? Then, you know what I mean, I was calling it T Grizzly. You already know Grizzly, you know what I mean? The original Grizzly, that's when I'm in eco mode. We in Grizzly mode, you know what I mean? A little bit aggressive, a little bit calm, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I have fun with the names of my vehicles, you know what I mean? GTA Orange Box. You remember we used Red Eye Box Chevy? We had Red Eye Box Chevy mode. We was in that mode, you know what I mean? Like a Hellcat with the green Hellcat there. Yes, indeed. But other than that, all right, yo, listen. I'm gonna conclude this video. Thank you for watching. And we we got motion. Why we ain't make Rick Ross car show? Because what? Show them. Renzel wasn't ready. Is Renzel ready now? We changed up all these parts. Renzel is ready. So, all right, yeah. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Like for who? Myke LS. Catch you on the next video.